Good morning. Hello, everybody. I'm going to give you guys a few minutes to grab a pen and paper because it does not matter what you're doing. If you're watching, sorry, I got a new ring light and it's bouncing. If you're watching a video, watching a Zoom, or you're on YouTube, on, Facebook Live, there's a lot of good things that come from Facebook Lives. You should have a pen and paper to write things down. And I will repeat it again if you saw my last post. If you hear something more than once, it's probably important and you should write it down and implement it into your everyday life. Regardless if it has to do with the business, if it has to do with you personally, you should be implementing it. Like the word mindset. Mindset, that's a good word to write down and figure out what you need to do for your mindset, okay? So hopefully you have a pen and paper by now. But it's a few things I want to go over. So if you're new to this is awesome information for you because so many things can be overwhelming. They can be, it's super repetitive, I promise. But in the beginning, you're like, oh my gosh, why is there so much information to know? Honestly, you will learn as you go. That's the best part. You can earn as you learn with this company. So it doesn't matter. We have things set up to help you, to get you places. You just need to talk to your upline about that. If you're somebody who is not new and you're seasoned or you've been in it for a few months, this can be a great refresher. Or it's some things you might not learn because everyone's got different things. Like, everyone runs their business differently. If you're just starting out, just so you know, this business is your business, okay? We're going to mentor you, guide you, and lead you. However, our job is to get you as independent as possible from us as quickly as possible. Why? Because I'm not selling your product, okay? I'm not selling for you. You are selling for you. So you've got to learn how to do that. I am not the one that is in your inbox. I am not the one having the conversations. I'm not the one doing the posts. I actually don't live your life, so I can't have people relate to me in that way. So you have to figure out how to do that for yourself. Be independent, do it every day, figure out what your niche is. If you need to set an alarm, set an alarm. Those are huge, okay? So, your upline, do not stop bugging them. Always message them. It doesn't matter what it is. If you don't know, you don't know. And there's times where I'm still messaging my upline, like, so what do I do for this? Or like, is this possible? Or like, what does this mean? Or this, that, and the third. I'm doing that as well. So don't think that you're ever not learning. Like if you're not learning in this business, if you're not, actively like going out there to try to find things, if something new doesn't come to you every year, every week, every day, you're not growing yourself enough. You need to be learning new things every day, whether it's about, life, the business, product, whatever. You should be learning something new. Okay. Grow yourself. So, I will have squirrel moments, guys. It just happens. Hi, I'm Amanda Benbow, and if you are somebody who's nervous about getting on the camera because you're going to forget what you're saying, watch me. I'm great at it. So anyway, I want to give you guys some tips to try to help you out. That was some tips, but I get off on rants, so you'll probably learn a lot of different things that don't have to do with what I actually have notes on here. That happens. But you need to be messaging your upline to get help. Okay. Don't think that you're bothering them. Some people might not be super helpful, and I'm really sorry about that. Find somebody who can be. If you're in a group, I know for us on Diamond CEO, once you get to a certain point of having customers, you get added to this group. If you have a distributor, you get added to this group, and you learn different things through that. So if you have an upline who's not super helpful or not around to help you, find someone there who's answering. If somebody's asking questions and you see a certain person answering them more than once, like if they're on the chat, go to them for help, okay? But I'm telling you, you want to become as independent as quickly as possible from anybody so that way you can figure out how to work your business for yourself, okay? This is not my notes. I was just going to talk to you about customers, but that's not it. Okay. So one thing you want to, if you're in our tribe, Diamond CEO, you're going to want to go to get the Telegram app. Okay. This is going to be huge. Message your upline about it. get the Telegram app. On that app, there's a bunch of different ones, but the main one specifically for newbies, you're going to want to get the work chat, which is going to give you stories. Okay. It'll give you stories to post in your stories each day. I'm going to tell you right now, you can post product in your stories. Okay. Don't let that be the only thing in your stories. People want to relate to you. I can tell you right now, they do not want to scroll through or tap through your stories and only see product. They will swipe and move on, okay? You need to break those up. If you're not using product, use the product. It doesn't matter what it is. It could just be the coffee. It could just be the Thermifite. It could just be one thing. But you need to show yourself using a product, okay, in your stories. Talk about it. Talk about what it does for you, if it gives you energy, anything like that. You need to be putting it in your stories. Make it at least a minute long. You can do shorter if you want, because sometimes people's attention doesn't go past a minute. I can promise you that. But do that. And you need to be using stickers, polls, all that. But that's for a whole nother thing. And if you have questions about how to work your stories, you need to be messaging your upline about that. Like, I'm not kidding you. Do not think you're bothering your upline in any way, shape, or form if you're messaging them. If they make you feel that way, they're not doing their job, okay? They're not helping you out. And like I said, go find someone who can mentor you, because I promise you, in this business, you will find somebody who will help you out. However, our job is to make you as independent as possible, as quickly as possible, so that way you can work your business. All right? You got to learn how we do the things, which you will. It will become easy and repetitive, but don't think that you have to get a message or a post from somebody every day. This is what this Telegram app is for. This is where you're going to go to find those things. So find some product posts or stories, put them in your stories, but show yourself, show your daily life, okay? If you're like me, and I don't really go too many places, I'm a stay-at-home mom, I work from home, obviously. So if I'm going outside, I'll take a picture of like the world. Here's the grass is so green, blah, 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 whatever. I love the grass, I love the sun, I love it all. But for me, I like nature. So for me, that's easy to do. Or my stepdaughter, I pick her up and stuff, take her to school. So in the mornings, I'll, shoot me in the car with my coffee. I'll do a boomerang of us driving, which not super safe. So like stopped. But in general, just like show your everyday life. You don't even have to show your face. Show a bunny outside. Like, look at this cute little bunny. Whatever. It doesn't matter. But you need to be breaking up product stories with personal stuff, guys. People want to relate to you. They do not want to just stroll through and be like sold something all the time. Okay. It may resonate with them and then be like, oh yeah, the wraps, those are awesome. I like that before and after, whatever. But if they're not seeing you, then you could be a scam and just posting stuff to post stuff. So that way you can take people's money. Not cool. So show yourself you're real, raw, and that you're in this business. All right. Borrow somebody's belief. If you're like, I can't believe in myself enough because I haven't been in it long enough, borrow somebody's. Okay. Go to your upline, ask them for some moral support, because the quicker you catch on to these things and do them, the faster your business will grow. And I know it seems far-fetched at this point because you're new, or you've been seasoned and you haven't gotten very far with it. Check what you're doing, okay? Because people want to relate to you, and they're not going to relate to you if you're just trying to sell them something all the time. All right? When I worked in retail, I would literally have conversations with people about random things. If they had something Disney on, that was easy because I love Disney. We talked about that. If I find out what they're shopping for, so you find out what their needs are, what their goal is. Try to make it relatable in some way, shape, or form. All right. So get the Telegram app. It's got the stories in there, and then it's got posts in there too that you can post on your page. Now, a lot of times with posting, I just made a video about it. So if you need to go back, you can. But with posting, there's different things that you should be posting about, at least so many times a day. But I don't suggest always putting just a product on your page, okay? On Facebook, you can get away with that. On Instagram, I feel like people like to see it uniform, and they like to see you, even if you're just holding the product, whatever. Photoshop it in. I don't care. really use the products, guys. You can't sell the products unless you're a product of the product. That's why I started my business, because I tried the coffee. I freaking loved the way it tastes. I started to lose some weight, so I was like, why not? Okay. So be a product of the product, show yourself using it on your stories, on your page. I usually do a boomerang and I'll post that on my page because that gets a lot of people's attention. Obviously giveaway posts are okay to put on your Facebook and your Instagram. But just try to make sure that if you're putting a product picture up, that you're putting yourself on your page too. Do not just have it product, okay? People don't relate to that. They want to relate to you. So if you need guidance on posting, go back to my last video and it tells you what to post on your Facebook, on your IG, and on your TikToks, okay? It just tells you, like, actually, I don't even think I really went over TikTok now that I think about it. I'll make another video sometime about that. But posting on your Facebook and your IG, getting there, doing your lives, posting that, putting your reels up, posting about the business, all right? And yeah, I'll probably have to do, gosh, you know what? When you get on these videos, I make notes and then I skip over them. Don't do that. Me. So now I should probably read this. Boards app. Okay. Boards is huge, guys. This is a lifesaver for you. Okay. Download the Boards app. It literally is a white background that says Boards. I think it's called Bliss on there. This thing is going to be your lifeline when it comes to messaging people and when it comes to signing customers, okay? And training distributors, new distributors. So all of your information will be on this Boards app. You need to go to your upline, tell them I'm downloading the Boards app. If they haven't, if it's not a part of their first training, like with my training with my people, I tell them what apps to download first so we have it out of the way. Okay. And then I go over and explain the apps. So for the Boards app, it'll literally be what you're going to say to your customers. You can add your own. I have my own boards that I like to use. And then I have the corporate boards that we have of like what the products do, the before and afters, the labels on there for them, ingredient labels. And then I have like a distributor board that I use. So if you are not using the Boards app and you're not new, you need to go to your upline and get it immediately because I'm telling you it's going to save your life. Another thing, stay plugged in, okay? Do not walk away from the fire. When you get away from the fire, you don't feel the burn. You don't feel the heat. You're not in it. You're so cold that you're not even like passionate about what you're doing anymore. Don't walk away from it, especially when you're first starting out. Stay plugged in at all times. If you feel like you're ready for your next task and your upline hasn't said anything to you, go to them. Tell them you're ready for it. I will tell you right now, if you show that much initiative in the beginning, this person will get through the training and you will be so independent from them that you won't even have to go back and do that unless you have a question or you need to screenshot a conversation that you're having and you're like, how do I answer this? What do I say for this? And when you're just starting out within your first week, you should be screenshotting every conversation that you're having and sending it to your upline. Bottom line, you got to learn how to have the conversation. You're going to end up changing things to match what you're saying because it's you personally who's having the conversation. So make sure it sounds like you. But in the beginning, you're going to need help having those conversations. Okay. And that's a whole nother video. So stay plugged in though. Do not walk away from the fire. Bother your upline. Stay in the team page. If you need to, there's so many other training videos on YouTube, like Jade Hooper, write her name down, Ashley Mayfield, ASHLEIGH, Ashley, Cheyenne Knox, SHEYENNE, Knox, Jade is literally spelled like that, Pam Souter, Cami Pentecost, all of them have great videos about training you. I think Cammy's new distributor tips are like 8:30 on Tuesdays, I believe. There's a lot of Zooms. I have them all written down. I think it's Tuesday night. So, new distributor tips that you literally like can go to and watch and learn. That's why you should have a specific notebook for specific things, so you can be like, okay, these are all the Zooms I watched. This is all of this. And I know that it's like, gosh, this is a lot because I'm just starting out, and you will learn how to get organized with your business. Like, I'm still not super organized with it. I'm trying. But you'll learn like things that you like and that you don't like to do. So I love to go on there and do watch other people's training videos to see how they're doing things too, and there might be an aha moment I have that I didn't even know about. So you don't know until you actually put yourself out there to do it. So stay plugged in, okay? Do not walk away from what you put yourself into, okay? It'll make your job very, very difficult if you do. And make sure you're asking lots of questions, guys. Do not be afraid to ask too many questions. I personally, as your upline, want you to have the knowledge of any situation. When I was a assistant manager at a store, we went through a ton of new managers to run the store. Obviously, I was over here like, hello, I can do it. Do you know how long I've been with this company? I can do it. Hello. Broken promises, all of that. None of that happens to this company. So I love that. But so many managers were coming in and leaving, and there was nothing wrong with our store. We just had a high volume to hit because this manager who was before was doing a lot of promising and making deals that were not supposed to be happening. So we made a lot of money. And so once he got caught and got fired, there was a lot of things that like had to be fixed. And so many people were angry about it because when they came in, they got this, that, and the third, and it wasn't happening with new people. So they were trying to come in and implement all this new stuff. Okay. Trying to learn it, trying to engorge it. And it just, every time it changed and it changed and it changed. And there was things that I learned, and then there was things like that's not going to work very well here. So everyone does it in their own way. So make sure that you're asking questions to keep yourself. I think that's where I was going with this. See, another squirrel moment. Make sure you're asking questions so you don't feel like you're losing it all in the sauce. You know, there's so much information coming at you at once. Ask all the questions. Do not think, I know there was a way that I was going with this, but this is my life, guys. I'm sure some people can relate. But anyway, seriously, ask all the questions. You're not bothering us. I would rather give you all the information now so you can become as independent as possible, as quickly as possible with your business. I'm always here to help. I'm always here to mentor you and guide you, answer questions. You know, if you have a thing you don't know how to answer, that's fine. But when it comes to like posting, being on your stories, going live, all of that, I can't do it for you. You've got to do it yourself. I can help give you, like, if you need like a topic, I can give you that, but there's so many things that you're just going to have to learn for yourself. And you will do that by staying close to the fire, being plugged into those apps that I told you about, and asking questions to your upline. So that is my tips for new distributors. I honestly will have a lot more videos up on my YouTube about being a newbie, all of that. Because I want to help in my way, because sometimes you hear it from somebody else and it just doesn't resonate very well. So you want to hear it. You hear it from somebody else. You're like, holy moly, that is what I needed to hear. And I can't believe it took that conversation to do it, but it did it. So there you go. You guys have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. If you have any questions, message me. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.